Let's say Aadhaar. I give you the assignment for Aadhaar, so I'll just take Aadhaar itself. So when there is Aadhaar and a person, and if you want to establish relationship between a Aadhaar and a person, Aadhaar is Aadhaar card. Okay, Aadhaar card can be allocated to a single person. A one person can only have one Aadhaar card, or in a reverse order, one card can be given to only one person, not to two person. Either, not just like me and my friend cannot have the same Aadhaar card, right? I have a different Aadhaar card, and my friend has a different Aadhaar card. In the same way, that Aadhaar card cannot have two people assigned. Okay, so in this situation, we will call this particular relationship as one to one, one Aadhaar for one person, or one person to one Aadhaar. Okay, they cannot have multiple relationships. Okay, so we'll just create our person. We'll create our person. Let's create our Aadhaar itself. Let's create our Aadhaar. I want to create a table to this Aadhaar. I will just specify my Hibernate to create a class for this by naming it as entity. Okay, by annotating with entity. And I want to specify an ID for this. I'll annotate with ID and write private int Aadhaar ID. Okay, Aadhaar ID, and I'll just write a private, private long, private long Aadhaar number. Okay, let us have two attributes. Now let us generate getters and setters for this. Okay, I generated getters and setters to my Aadhaar class. I've annotated with entity, I annotated with ID, and I'm just saying my Hibernate. This is the class that you have to create a table. Okay, and here I'll come back to person. I'll come back to person and say at the rate entity for this person also, because I want to create a person table also. Okay, and say at the rate ID, at the rate ID. Now I'll just declare a private ID to make it a primary key. Private int person ID, person person ID. Okay, then a person will have a name, private string person name. Okay, then I'll just declare another attribute for private long person phone. Okay, person phone. That is mobile number. Okay, person phone. Now I want to give my person an Aadhaar. Okay, how will I do that? This is a pure composition. We'll just declare a variable of Aadhaar type here. Aadhaar. I just declared my, I just inserted my Aadhaar object into my person object here. Okay, I just inserted my Aadhaar object and into my person object here. Okay, there's nothing but your composition concept. Okay, I'll just generate getters and setters. This generate getters and setters. I'll just save. Now Java knows that this person is going to have this Aadhaar. Okay, Java knows this person is going to have Aadhaar, but how do Hibernate will know that? Hibernate will consider this as a normal variable. Okay, it will just consider it as a normal variable, and also this Aadhaar contains multiple values such as Aadhaar ID and Aadhaar name. Can you store multiple values in a single cell of a table in SQL? No, right? And while establishing, now I have my person table and the Aadhaar table, you think. I have a person table and the Aadhaar table. This primary key of a Aadhaar table should be the foreign key of my person table. The primary key of Aadhaar table should be the foreign key in my person table. That means there should only be one attribute present in my person table, not the complete object data. And you cannot insert complete object data also. Okay, I'll just say This is a one-to-one relationship to my Hibernate. Okay. I just said this is a one-to-one relationship to my Hibernate. How one person linked to one other. One person linked to one other, one-to-one relationship. Okay. This is how you establish relationship between two tables. Okay. Now I'll create a new class in order to perform CRUD operations on them. I'll just name it as driver. I'll just name it as driver. Okay. But I don't want to perform all CRUD operations here only. I just want my main method to be here. Okay. I just want my main method to be here. I will just create a new class. I will say person DAO. This class name it I'll just name this class as person DAO, and I'll perform CRUD operations on person here. Okay. So to perform CRUD operations on a person or any of the object, first I need to have entity manager factory. This is Hibernate no entity manager factory. I need to call my persistence. I need to call my persistence class and call my create entity manager factory, and I have to pass my persistent unit name. What is my persistent unit name? Let's go check it. My persistent unit name is sigma. To avoid confusion, I'll just copy this persistent unit name and I'll just paste it over here. No issues. Okay. Now, entity manager. Entity manager, I'll just, why we have to create entity manager? In order to get the method to perform CRUD operations. Okay. Entity manager object is given by a method present in entity manager factory object, that is create entity manager. This is a non-parameterized method and it will be returning an entity manager type object. Now entity transaction, I'll just declare a variable entity ET, and I'll call my entity manager, which has a method get transaction, which will return a get entity transaction type object. Okay. Now I have everything in order to perform CRUD operations. Okay. Now I'll just declare a method public void save person. Okay. I'm just declaring a method public void save person. I'll just say I just this person to in order to save a person, I want to accept a person in this method. I'll just declare a person variable inside this method parameters as a method parameter, and here I'll just call my entity transaction variable and say begin, and we'll just not call my entity manager variable and say persist persist this person and entity transaction dot commit. That's it. Okay. Now, assuming there's a person object readily coming into this method. Okay, we have not sent the person object here. We will be sending the person object from the main method. Okay. Now again, I'll create another method public void find. Let's go to update person. As for now, we'll be updating name only. Okay, because Hibernate also has some limitations. As for now, we will be going to update name only. Okay, and in order to update a name, you need to get a name into this method. We'll say string name comma. In order to update a first person, I need to know the ID of a person. I'll just say int ID. Okay, int ID. If I have to update a person, first I have to find that person from the database. Yes, right. So now I'll find a person and save it in a person type object. Okay, person equals em dot find person person dot class, and the primary key is the ID that I have received from the in the method. Okay. Now I have found the person. I have to set the name that has come in this method. Some parameter has been passed to this method. Some name has been passed. Assuming some name has been passed, I'll just call my person object and say set name. Okay. Set name name. whichever the name is come, I'm just setting it. Now I have to merge. In order to merge, we have to begin the transaction and call my merge method. I just call my merge method and pass this person object which has been updated. Then entity transaction dot commit. Yeah. Now I have created a method to update a person. Now let us create a method to find a person. Void find person. Find person. If I have to find a person again, I have to get his ID in order to find him. Okay. I have to get his ID in order to find him. I'll just say when I'm finding a person, obviously I have to return a person. Just keep it as a return type as person and just say return em dot em dot find em dot find person dot class comma ID. That's it. This is how you find a person. Next, public to delete a person, will just keep the method type as void. Delete person, say int ID. So people can hear me, right? I'm just confirming once again so that yeah, fine, fine, okay, okay, fine, guys, fine, guys. I just wanted to just confirm because there's so much of silence. It's fine. So now I'm creating a method to delete a person. I'm accepting the ID. In order to delete a person in the database, first I have to find that person. Let's say person person equals em dot find person dot class, and I'll just specify the primary key that has been passed by the user into this method. Okay. Then person, I found the person. Now I have to delete this person. In order to delete data from the database, I have to begin the transaction. Then say remove person and et dot commit. That's it. So as you can see, we have done our CRUD operation in these four methods in a simple way. If you can look at your codes in JDBC, they were huge. They were very huge. And you can see I'm performing my CRUD operation in a very simple way here with very few steps. Can you see? There is no five steps, nothing have to follow. Once declare these three interfaces, get an object for them, then use them throughout your DAO classes. That's it. Now I have everything in order to save a person. Now I'll also create another class to save pan. Okay, this is the relationship between pan and person. Okay, I'll create a pan DAO also. Pan DAO. And DAO, same things here also. Fine. We'll just copy this these three steps so that we could save our time. Now I'll be creating a method public void save pan. We're accepting a pan variable. Oh, sorry, not pan, it is Aadhaar. Aadhaar. In our case, it is Aadhaar and pan. Sorry, Aadhaar and person. I'll just say et dot begin em dot persist Aadhaar and et dot commit. That's it. Now I'll create a method to update pan. In real world will not be updating anything in the pan, but just for the understanding our project or understanding the CRUD operations, I'm doing this. Okay, don't ask me, sir, we can't update pan number once created. Obviously we cannot update pan, sorry, Aadhaar, update Aadhaar. Say if I want to update Aadhaar, I should get, let's say, update Aadhaar number. Okay, so I want a long type Aadhaar number and an ID of this particular Aadhaar object. Okay. Now I'll first find, let's say, Aadhaar equals find find Aadhaar dot class, comma. I have to specify the primary key. Which I will just specify the, just a minute, guys. I have to call my entity manager update. I forgot. Find Aadhaar dot class, and to specify a primary key, I'm just specifying the primary key that my user has sent in this method. Okay. Now I have found my Aadhaar. I'll be setting the value that has been sent by the user. Okay. Aadhaar dot set Aadhaar number, and I'll say entity dot begin. In order to merge, we have to begin our transaction. Entity manager dot merge Aadhaar object, and we'll say entity manager dot commit the transaction. That's it. So we have successfully created a method to update. Now we will try to find the Aadhaar. In order to, if I'm finding the Aadhaar, obviously I should be sending that Aadhaar. Just a minute. Yeah. So if I'm finding the Aadhaar, I should obviously return that Aadhaar. So I'll just keep the return type as Aadhaar, and I'll say find Aadhaar by ID. Okay, find Aadhaar by ID. And if I'm finding by Aadhaar by ID, obviously I should pass. I should be accepting an ID. Okay. Then I just return return em dot find Aadhaar dot class from the specified ID by the user. Then I have to delete. I have to delete it to keep the method return type as void, and say delete Aadhaar delete Aadhaar by ID, and I'll just pass my ID to the. I'll just accept the ID. Okay. Then here I have to again create an Aadhaar type variable and find the Aadhaar existing Aadhaar. I'll just say find Aadhaar dot class, and I have to specify the primary key. I'll just pass the primary key given by the user into this method. Okay. Then I have found my Aadhaar card. Just begin my transaction and call remove method, pass Aadhaar, remove method, pass Aadhaar, and et dot commit. That's it. So this is all you have to do in order to perform CRUD operation. Okay. Now I have created method to save Aadhaar. Okay. I have created a method to save Aadhaar, update Aadhaar number, find Aadhaar by ID, and delete Aadhaar by ID. And I've created a DAO class for person, and also created a methods save person, update person name, find person. Sorry, delete person. These are the three methods, four methods for each of the DAO that I've created. Basic CRUD operation. Now we'll get back to our driver, which has main method, and try to insert some data. So I just comment and write. I have a Aadhaar. I have my Aadhaar and person. I have my Aadhaar and person. I have to create object for Aadhaar and person. But here again, in order to in order for a person to have Aadhaar should be created first. If I want to give my person Aadhaar, I have to create Aadhaar first, right? So I just create an Aadhaar object, Aadhaar equals new Aadhaar, and also declare a scanner variable here, uh, scanner object here, scanner c equals new scanner. That's it. Now I'll just notify my user to initialize this Aadhaar object. Okay, and say I'll just say this out, enter Aadhaar, Aadhaar, enter Aadhaar ID. I'm just asking the other person to enter his Aadhaar ID. Okay, then I'll just call my Aadhaar object. Just call my Aadhaar object, and it has a set Aadhaar ID method. Inside this, I'll be accepting the value. Okay, next int. Okay, it is of integer type, and I will be accepting an integer data. Now here again, I'll say my user to enter enter Aadhaar number. Okay, and I call my Aadhaar object again, Aadhaar object again, and I'll say set Aadhaar number. I'll accept the value directly inside my method set. So I see dot next long. Okay. Now successfully I have initialized my Aadhaar object. Now I'll be creating my person object. I have my other object. Have my other object. I'll be creating a person object. Person equals new person. Okay. Now again I'll say my user. I'll just say my user to enter his name. Enter, enter. First, let us take an ID. Enter your ID. Okay. Then I'll just say person dot set person ID. I'll just call my scanner class here and directly take the input, calling next int method. Okay. Again, I'll just this out. I'll just say enter your your name. I'll just say enter your name to my user, and I'll call my person object again. Person dot set person name. I'll call my scanner object inside this and say next. Taking his name. Okay. Then I'll just say my user to enter. Say my user to enter his, what else is that, phone. Enter his phone number. Enter the phone number. I'll just say my user to enter his phone number and say person dot set person phone. I just call my scanner object and say take a input from the user. Okay. Now I have, the person has been initially given his Aadhaar details. The person has given his details. Now I just need to call my person object and say set Aadhaar. I have to pass the Aadhaar. I have to pass the Aadhaar with this Aadhaar. Okay, I have to pass this Aadhaar to this person. Okay, now this person has an Aadhaar, particularly this Aadhaar, and now we will just we'll just create an object to our DAO class, person DAO. Okay, person DAO, person DAO equals new person DAO, and person DAO, person, just call my person DAO object, person DAO object, and say dot save person. I just call my save person and say person. But before saving the person, I should have the Aadhaar table, because this person, this when I save this person, there will be a table created. There will be a table created for per person, and there will be a foreign key column. My Hibernate will try to create a foreign key column for the Aadhaar table. Okay, from the Aadhaar table. Okay, so I have to create first Aadhaar table. I want to create another table, I have to persist Aadhaar first. So I'll just create a Aadhaar. Okay, I named it as pan DAO, guys. Just a minute. Change the name. Aadhaar DAO. Okay, I just need change the name to Aadhaar DAO. Aadhaar DAO. Aadhaar DAO equals new Aadhaar DAO. Now I'll just call my Aadhaar DAO object and say save Aadhaar. I'll pass Aadhaar. Okay. First, I'm calling my save method of Aadhaar and saving the Aadhaar, and also calling my person later and saving my person. Okay. I'll just save this and try to run. It's asking me to enter the Aadhaar ID. Just a minute, guys. I think I already have a person class here. Just comment these entities here to avoid complications. Fine. Other DO, other class, driver class, and driver person class, person DO. Now I'll just go to our driver and have to run. Before running, I'll just open my database and get a connection to it. Okay. So the database name is, just a minute. The database name is class 3. Okay. Class 3 is our database name. Have a class 3 database, and we'll just delete these two tables. Since my another class name is also person, it will not be able to create another person class. Okay, I'll just drop this. Okay, I'll just drop this, and now let us try to run our driver class. Okay, just say run as a Java application. It is asking me to enter the Aadhaar ID. Let's say 1. Okay, it is asking me to enter the Aadhaar number. Let's say some random number. Enter, it is asking me to enter my ID. I'll just say 101. I'll just say usual RAM. Enter the phone number, 10 numbers. say enter, and as you can see, create table for Aadhaar has been successfully done. Create table for person has been successfully done. And alter table person. Add constraint foreign key Aadhaar ID. Aadhaar ID has been added as a constraint to my person table. It has been altered. Okay. Then it is saying insert into Aadhaar number. I successfully inserted the data into my Aadhaar. Then said select Aadhaar. I have found my Aadhaar. I don't know why select query has been run here, but I have successfully inserted my person also. Okay, fine. Okay, since they both are in different transaction, since my person inserting my Aadhaar and selecting inserting my person has is been done in a different transaction. In order to establish a connection, in order to get the key of of the Aadhaar, the select query has been run here. Don't worry about it. Okay, let us go to our database and check if the data has been successfully inserted. Okay, I'll just use a magnifier first. Just zoom a little bit, and I'll try to refresh this database. As you can see, an Aadhaar and a person table has been successfully created. Let's see what Aadhaar holds. Okay. As you can see, Aadhaar has a Aadhaar ID and Aadhaar number and perfectly inserted. And we'll go and check if the person class is generated. Okay, a person table should be having a foreign key of Aadhaar ID. Okay, let's say, let's run. And as you can see, there is a person ID column, person name column, person phone column, and also Aadhaar ID. This is a one-to-one relationship, and you have established a foreign key relationship. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in on table, sir, one primary key only have it, sir.
Oh, sorry. This is your SQL doubt. Please ask your SQL teacher. Can you
Sir,
have only
sorry,
one primary key or multiple primary key in a table?
sorry, sir. Foreign key is not unique and not null, sir. But how is it unique, sir? Foreign key in
Sorry.
other ID.
Foreign key is not. See, this is your pure SQL doubt you're asking.
Okay, sir.
You're asking pure SQL doubt. It is okay, I can tell you. You will get to understand when we are doing one-to-many relationship.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
Any doubts? See, don't get into too much logics in this particular operation. Person ID, an Aadhaar will be having only Aadhaar ID. There is no number or ID separate. Okay. For in convenience, we have established a connection like this. Okay. Kalyani, I think you got your answer. But in person table specifically, there will only be person ID. There will only be person ID. Oh, sorry, Aadhaar ID. As you can see here, I'll go to my database and show you. Here, a foreign key is only Aadhaar ID. Okay, a foreign key is only Aadhaar ID. What was my Aadhaar ID here? If I go check here, my Aadhaar ID was 1 and it has been assigned to a person 101. Is that correct? Let us try to insert another data and see. For your convenience, let us try to insert another data and see. I'll just rerun this program. It is asking me to enter the Aadhaar ID. I'll just say 2. These are Aadhaar 2. Okay. And Aadhaar number, some random number. Random number. And it's asking me to enter my ID. I'll just say 102. Previously, I gave 101. Okay. And it's asking me to enter name. I'll just say Sam. And I'll just enter the phone number, random number. Then it has been successfully inserted. Again, insert operation for my Aadhaar has been done. Then later, my Aadhaar has been selected. My Aadhaar has been selected. As you can see, it has been fetched Aadhaar ID. Okay, it has fetched my Aadhaar ID. Hibernate has fetched my Aadhaar ID, and as you can see the query here, it is saying insert into person Aadhaar ID. Whichever the ID it has been fetched here, Aadhaar ID, this particular ID has been inserted here first. Okay, a foreign key has been inserted here first. Then person name, person phone, person ID has been inserted, and the values you can see here placeholders. Okay, so you got it how it has been inserted. Let us go to our database and refresh and see if it is if it has been inserted or not. Let us check our Aadhaar first. Let's check our Aadhaar first. I'll just say refresh, and Aadhaar with the ID 2 has been successfully inserted. And we'll go to our person and we'll see if the Aadhaar has been assigned to him or not, assigned to a new person or not. See, a new person of 102 has been inserted, and his Aadhaar is of ID 2. Any doubts? Any doubts, guys? Uh, you people can hear me, see the presentation clearly so far?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Pranay.
Sir, in real world, where we use sir in one-to-one relation, one-to-one mapping
User person and Aadhaar only.
means
Person
only
and Aadhaar, person and Aadhaar is a one-to-one relationship itself. Can you have multiple Aadhaars? Can you get a multiple Aadhaar? Or can you assign your Aadhaar card to another friend of yours?
no, sir.
That is a
Okay,
one-to-one relationship.
to get the details of Aadhaar card, we use the one-to-one.
Yes.
But other class consists of Aadhaar name, Aadhaar ID, Aadhaar phone number, like that, sir.
Sorry. Aadhaar phone number will not be there. That is first thing. Aadhaar will not be having phone number. Aadhaar will be having only one attribute, that is Aadhaar ID. Okay.
Okay, sir. Why we need another table for only particular attribute? We should add in person table only.
Is it dynamic to perform that?
Sir? No.
Is it a dynamic way to perform that? Both are different objects, right?
Yes, sir.
That is
But my
why.
question is,
Yeah.
we can add ID in other number in person.
You can just add that will become your Excel sheet rather than Java.
Okay, sir. Sir, this unit
See,
direction only.
one thing I'll tell you, I don't know when creating an Aadhaar detail. Okay,
Okay, sir.
I don't know how. This is one scenario I could tell you an example of, like Aadhaar and person, Aadhaar and ID. But in real world, no one would be taking creating an object for Aadhaar. To be honest, okay, this is completely related to applications. Okay, so in that case, if your Instagram will restrict you to have only one account, okay,
Okay.
okay, that is one-to-one relationship, one person, one account.
Okay, sir. With the phone name, same
Yeah,
phone number we use that.
yeah, like that. So Instagram in nowadays Instagram you can create multiple accounts.
Yes,
Yes, no.
yes,
But
sir.
if they
Yes, sir.
restrict you to create only one account, just like I think WhatsApp, you can only create one account in WhatsApp. There's no multiple account access. No,
Yes, sir.
just
Yes,
like
sir.
that. Yeah, just like that. A one-to-one relationship you can tell.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, it is a
Uh,
unidirectional, multidirectional, bidirectional.
as far as now, we are only learning unidirection.
Okay.
I'll come to unidirection and bidirection later. I have just started mapping today,
Okay, sir.
yesterday,
Okay, sir.
to be.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I've done same thing that I've done yesterday. I know most of you didn't understand. That is why I repeated it. Any doubts? Sandeep, Sandesh, sorry. You have any doubt? Bhavani, if you need codes, I'll be showing later. Okay. Tell me if you have any doubts. Anyone, any doubts? Kalini, there is no one speaking. You can come and speak. Kalyani, if you can come and ask your question. I have no idea what you are asking. I mean, come and ask if you have doubt. I just want you to be clear on the concept. Okay. Yeah, Jonathan, you have any doubts?
Yes, sir, I have doubt for previous topic, sir. I forgot that. Sir, ATT-ID, you use ATT-ID in DTO, sir. ATT-ID
Yes.
means mentioned it for primary key. It is
Yes.
for primary key. At
Yes.
entity, sir.
At entity is specifying my Hibernate to create table to that particular class.
Oh, oh, okay,
You
sir.
were
Okay.
present. You were present for the when I was doing ORM concepts.
Sir, sorry, sir.
Were you present when I was doing ORM, object
Yes, sir. Yes,
relational
sir.
mapping?
Yes, sir. I'm present, but I
No.
forgot it.
Yeah,
Sorry, sir.
that's okay. Try to listen. Other. Bhavani, please come and speak. It will be better and also less time consuming, better than reading your text and replying.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 Bhavani.
Yes, sir. Sir, in
I got
assignment,
to know your I
yeah,
got to know your question. Okay.
yes,
See, when there is a one-to-one relationship or any relationship, just look at my screen, guys.
okay,
Just look
sir.
at my screen. Just look at my screen. I'll be telling you what's happening. Okay. Bhavani's doubt is she's trying to delete the Aadhaar, but she's not being able to delete the Aadhaar. Is that right, Bhavani?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes. Why? Because there is something called owning side and non-owning side. Okay. This Aadhaar, this Aadhaar is owned by this person now. I have put that Aadhaar into this person. This person is having that Aadhaar now. You can never destroy a non-owning side. Try to delete the person first, then delete the Aadhaar.
Yeah, sir. I tried to delete person. It is taking a person, and also I tried with the deleting for giving the Aadhaar number, sir. That was
Yeah.
also not taking place because only for using ID we can delete. It's saying like it's we can give only integer as a input, can't give a long as a input. So I was trying too many things in assignments.
No, no, no. Irrespective of any data type, it will delete. I don't know how did you try. Irrespective, unless it is a primary key. Okay,
Okay,
you should use your primary key in order to delete, and remove method will accept object. You have to
okay.
first find the object. You have to find your Aadhaar and person first. Okay, find your Aadhaar and person, then use remove method and pass the person. Okay, then remove the Aadhaar.
Sir,
It will work.
to delete Aadhaar by using the Aadhaar number, we should make Aadhaar number as a primary key, right?
No, no, no. See, irrespective of what the primary key is, here I
Okay,
have two attributes in my Aadhaar, that is Aadhaar ID and Aadhaar number.
okay.
Can you see? So
Yes,
this, if my Aadhaar ID is primary key, I will be calling my Aadhaar ID. I'll be
yes,
specific my Aadhaar ID I have given as one and two. Either of them I'll use and try to delete it. I'll try
yes,
to
sir.
find first. I'll find this object first. Aadhaar object I'll be finding it first. Then only I'll be passing because remove method will accept only objects.
Yeah, sir. I did like I first find the Aadhaar number, sir. Then later I tried to delete using Aadhaar number only for taking the long as a input, but it
Is
is
your
not.
Aadhaar number a primary key in your table?
No, sir. Only Aadhaar ID is a primary key.
See, if I show my CRUD operation here for you, according to you, I'll try to delete and show you now. Okay, don't
Okay,
worry.
sir. Okay.
Now, I have Can you see my delete person method? In my delete person method, first I'm finding the person, because my remove method will be accepting a object, not
Yes.
any id. Okay, I'll be passing my primary key here. I'm
Okay.
passing my primary key, I'm accepting my some id, I'm passing my primary key. Let us call this method first. Let us call this person method first. Okay,
Okay.
I'll go to my driver. Everyone listen. Not just for I'll be commenting these two. I'll be commenting these two lines because I don't want to call those methods. I'll be calling my person first. Person dao. Person dao dot, I'll say delete person by id. It is asking me to pass the id of my person. Okay, I have two person currently, that is 102 and 101. Okay, I want to delete 102. Okay, I want to delete 102. Okay, but since person is a no owning side, I can easily delete it. But let me show you first trying to delete the Aadhaar. Okay, I'll just call my Aadhaar object, and sorry, Aadhaar DAO. Just call my Aadhaar DAO and call my delete Aadhaar method. And it is asking me again an ID of Aadhaar. Okay, I'll just specify two. Sir, this is not practical. How do you know both Aadhaar ID and both person ID at a time? Exactly. First, what we will do is we will use the find method. Okay, we'll call my person DAO object. I'll call my person DAO object and call find method. Okay, find person by ID. I want to find a person with ID 102. I found a person with ID 102. Let me store it in a person object. Person, person 2. I'm just declaring a variable person 2 here. Okay, now this person 2 is of ID 102. Okay, I have found the person. Next, what I will do, I'll find the Aadhaar ID by person. My person is having the Aadhaar, right? My person is having the Aadhaar. That means I can access my Aadhaar with the person through the person. Is that correct? So I'll just call my person 2 object. Let's say person 2. I'll say get Aadhaar. There's a method called get Aadhaar. I'll be storing it in a Aadhaar type variable. Okay, Aadhaar, okay, Aadhaar 2. Okay, I've stored it in a Aadhaar 2 object. Now I want the ID of this Aadhaar. Okay, I'll just say int ID equals Aadhaar 2 Aadhaar 2 dot get Aadhaar ID. Okay, so I found the person. I found the person using my find Aadhaar by ID. Where is this find person by ID method? I have declared it in my person DAO. Can you see here? Person, find person by ID method I have declared. This is returning me with the person. I'm just calling this method and finding the person using the ID 102. I'm storing it in a person 2 variable of person type. Then this person is having a Aadhaar. I'm just calling this person 2 object and calling a method get Aadhaar. This person 2 will be having a Aadhaar object. He'll get me that, and I'm storing it in a Aadhaar 2 object, Aadhaar 2 variable of Aadhaar type. Okay, done. Now I have my Aadhaar and person. I have found it through person. I have found it. I don't know what is the ID. What is the ID of person of Aadhaar of this particular person? I will just call my get Aadhaar ID method from this Aadhaar to object. I store it in ID. Okay. Let us try to print first the Aadhaar. Just say sysout sysout ID. I'll just print the ID of this particular Aadhaar. Let's see if it is being printing. If it is printing the exact ID. According to me, a person having I let's go to my workbench and show you once. Here, the person with ID. 102 is having Aadhaar of ID 2. Okay, so now if I run this program, if I run this program, I should be getting the output as 2. Okay, let us run this program and see what will be the output. Okay, just a minute. I have to comment these things because it will be asking me to enter these details again. This also, there is no issues. I'll save it. Can you see it has returned me 2? To be more specific, if you have any doubts, I'll just say Aadhaar ID equals. Okay, it's performing sync concatenation. Just run this again. And can you see it has performed select person ID, and here it has asked, there's a very long query. It has asked for person ID and fetch the Aadhaar ID here. Okay, it has fetched the Aadhaar ID here. Don't need to understand this query. Don't worry, it's very long. As you can see, I have got the output Aadhaar ID equals 2. What was the Aadhaar ID of person 102? Obviously, it was 2, right? I've showed you. Yes, perfect. Now, I will just I will just try to delete Aadhaar, okay, by passing the ID that I've got. I'm just passing this ID that I've got from the person, okay. I'm just passing this ID and trying to delete, okay. Let us try to delete. Just run. You must get an exception. Can you see here? It is saying cannot delete or update a parent row. Okay, a foreign key constraint fails.
Yes, sir.
Since this
Same
is a
error I
foreign key
got.
of another table, I cannot be deleting it. You should know these errors. If it is saying SQL integrity constraint violation exception, that means you should read a message. It is based on some constraint. It is saying cannot delete or update a parent row. Okay, so I have to be deleting my person first. I just remove this here and paste it below this. So paste it below this. I'll comment it, comment it. I'll uncomment the person. Let's try if we can delete this person. Okay, I found a person two, right? I'll just be passing person two only directly. Okay, oh, delete person by ID method. Okay, fine. Okay, so now So now, nothing much. I'll try to delete a person with 102 ID, the same person. Okay. First, I'll try to delete a person with the ID 102. I think it should work. Let's try. As you can see, it has been successfully deleted. Delete from person ID. Okay, it has been successfully deleted. I'll go to my database and check if it has been deleted or not. According to me, the person with 102 ID should be deleted. I'll just Can you see? I just refreshed and the person two has been successfully removed from my table. But if you see Aadhaar has no direct relationship with the person. I have not deleted my Aadhaar here. I have to explicitly delete my Aadhaar here again here. Okay. I just zoom out a little bit. Come here and run this code now. Before deleting this person. Okay. Now obviously I will not be able to find this Aadhaar. Why I'll tell you. Just run this and I'll get an exception. As you can see, cannot invoke because person 2 is null. Cannot invoke one to one, that is my package name, person dot get Aadhaar because person 2 is null. Person 2 is not present at all. A person with 102 ID is not present at all. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to delete the both person and ID at one go itself. I'll just have to, if I have to delete my Aadhaar here in this case, I just have to hard code it that to mention the ID. Okay, okay, fine. Need to comment this. Just run this, and now it will be deleted. I have successfully deleted it. But this is not the right way you have to do. This is not the right way you have to do. We'll just rerun this code again for deleting the ID of 101. Okay. First, go to our database and check first if we have deleted our Aadhaar 2. You can see we have deleted Aadhaar 2. Now let us try to delete Aadhaar and person at one go. Okay. We try to delete our person and Aadhaar at one go. Now I have found a person, let's say of ID 101. Then I am just finding the Aadhaar through that person. I'm finding the Aadhaar through that person. Now I'm storing it I'm getting the Aadhaar ID from that Aadhaar that I found from a person. I'm storing it in a ID variable. Perfect. Now I'll be passing this ID here. Okay. Directly, I'm not. I don't know what is the ID of this Aadhaar. I don't know. I'm accessing through the person. I'm accessing through the person. I'm accessing this Aadhaar through person. Then I'm accessing the ID through that Aadhaar, found Aadhaar. Okay. Then I'm passing this ID here. Now let us try to run this. Both the tables, both the data should be deleted at once. Okay. Seeing some error. Attempt to create a delete event with a null entity. Okay. Not two person is present. No. Yes, it is present. Yes, it is present. Okay. We'll see what's the error once again. Entity. What is it? Fetching event.
102 is not present. 102 person is already deleted.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Sorry. I have to delete a person from 101 ID. Sorry. Okay. Let's run this. Okay. As you can see, I have fetched the other ID. Other ID is 1. Perfect. Then I have stored into an ID variable. Then trying to delete this person, successfully deleted. Then again, I found the Aadhaar and deleted the Aadhaar. Successfully done. Okay. Now I'll just refresh this person. Just refresh this person. The person has been deleted. I just refresh this Aadhaar table. The Aadhaar has been deleted. Uh, Kalyani, did you understand? Did you understood how you should do delete operation? So any doubts, guys, on delete operation and update and find is normal. I have showed you find here only while performing delete operation and update operation. You should be passing a new name into your method. Ritika, you have any query? You can talk.
So using get Aadhaar method, you're fetching
Yes,
the Aadhaar ID. Can we fetch the
yes.
Aadhaar number using it?
You can obviously fetch.
So means there is no need to make a separate fetching function for Aadhaar in
How do you
Aadhaar
say that?
DAO.
How do you say that?
So because if you're using person table to fetch the Aadhaar ID and number,
Yes,
then there is
yes.
need to make a separate like Aadhaar function to fetch the uh,
Obviously,
number.
you have to create another method in a Aadhaar DAO to fetch the number. See, if you want to delete, I hope I have understood your question perfectly. So you're telling me that instead of get Aadhaar ID, I should get my number, Aadhaar number. But how can I delete my Aadhaar? How can I delete my Aadhaar without a primary key? Aadhaar number is not a primary key in my table. Did I answer your question,
Yes,
Ritika?
sir. Yes. Yes, yes, sir.
Did you got the answer?
No, sir.
Yes. You just told I have answered your question. Then
I didn't understand, sir.
what did you not understood? Just tell me so that I can explain you.
So you were just using the get Aadhaar method, person to
Yes.
dot get Aadhaar method, and you are
Yes.
fetching the Aadhaar ID. So I
From
was
that
asking,
person.
using the person to dot get Aadhaar method, can you fetch the Aadhaar number?
You cannot fetch a Aadhaar number directly from a person. Did you got that, Ritika?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Because in assignment, I've already make a separate function to get the Aadhaar number. So
You can do that. You can do that. Okay. But my person is having the object of Aadhaar.
yes, sir.
If you understand composition well, this is not a very hard task to understand, very hard thing to understand. I think
Yes, sir. Yes,
it's a core Java thing.
yes, sir.
Okay. Kushi, can you come and speak? Kushi Pandey. Yes. Please, can you say me on which part you are lagging? Which part you didn't understand? You didn't understood?
Sir, we have to delete first person. So I'm confused in that only.
No, 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 no.
Means
Just
you
again, come again. I
have
cannot hear
just
you properly.
hello,
Yeah, I can hear you.
hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speak.
Sir, we have to delete first person.
Yes.
So my doubt is that we have first to create the uh, get a person by ID 101 and then a person to get Aadhaar. So I'm confused in this only.
See, there is nothing
Hello.
happening here. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, I'll try to print the object itself for you. Okay. So person two dot person two. Okay. Go to my person and override a toString method here for you. I have overridden a toString method for you here. In Aadhaar also, let me override a toString method for you. Okay. I've overridden toString method. I hope you know what is toString method. You're just trying to print the attributes of that particular object. Okay. Now I'll go to my driver and I'm trying to print the person that I have person two that I found here. Okay. We'll see what is there in this person two. Okay. I'll just print my Aadhaar also here. Just print my Aadhaar object also. Okay. I'm printing my Aadhaar object. I'm printing my Aadhaar ID also here. Okay. I'm printing the ID attribute. ID attribute here. Okay. Where I'm fetching the data from Aadhaar to object. I'm using the getter method of Aadhaar, which is get Aadhaar ID, and it is going to return me an ID of the Aadhaar. Two, I'm storing that ID in ID variable. Okay. Now let us try to run this. I will just comment this because there is no data in my database. I'll tell you how it is happening. Let's run this and see. There is no data present in my table. Okay, fine. We just insert a data into a table. We just run this and insert some data into table. It's asking me to enter Aadhaar ID. I'll just say 1. Okay, or triple one. Just say Aadhaar number as some random number. Okay, it's asking me to enter my ID. I'll say 101. My name. Okay, my number, some random number. Okay, executing, perfectly inserted. Fine, no issues. Now I have some data inserted into my table. Let me find what all I have inserted into my table. Okay, this is my code to fetch the data from the database. Just say save and run this. As you can see, I have found a person object. I have found a person object with ID 101, name Ram, with some random phone number, and having an Aadhaar of ID 101, sorry, 111 and some ID. Can you see? This is a complete person object which is also having Aadhaar. I have also printed, as you can see in this line, first I have printed my person 2. This is my person 2, which I have highlighted. That is having 101, RAM, and phone number. Okay. Then it is also having Aadhaar object. I have overridden toString method in Aadhaar also. It is showing me the components of attributes of Aadhaar here. Okay. It is an object. It is an object, Aadhaar. Okay. Then here I have printed separately my Aadhaar ID. Sorry, my Aadhaar object. My Aadhaar is having ID 111 and some random number, Aadhaar number. And I have also printed the ID. I have fetched the ID. I said get Aadhaar ID, and from the Aadhaar 2 object, this Aadhaar 2 object is having a Aadhaar ID, right? I'm just fetching that Aadhaar ID and stored it in ID variable. And as you can see, I'm printing this ID here. Can you see it is showing 111 ID? Is this ID is same from this particular Aadhaar object? Perfect, right? It is having the same ID. That means it is the same, it is the ID of same object. Then, as you can see here, this object of particular Aadhaar ID is of object present in my person. Can you understand the relationship? Whoever asked,
Yes, sir.
Kushi
Yes,
Pandey, I
got it.
think. Got it?
Hello?
I'm just
Yes,
finding this
yes, sir.
Aadhaar ID. I'm just finding this Aadhaar ID and trying to delete my person first, because Aadhaar is owned by my person. If I try to delete my Aadhaar, I will have to remove the foreign key in my person table also. My person is owning this Aadhaar, no? How can you establish a relationship between two entities without having another entity? You're deleting the other entity, okay? But this entity is owned by my person. That is the reason we are not able to delete our Aadhaar first. I actually run the program for deleting the Aadhaar first and showed you what is the exception. Okay, you cannot delete it. You have to delete the person, then delete the Aadhaar. I'll try to run this program for deleting operation and see if it is being deleted. Should be successfully deleted. I have found the person object, I have found the Aadhaar object, I have found the ID of that Aadhaar, and from that particular, I have deleted my person first. Then I have my stored variable ID. I have stored the variable of my Aadhaar. Before deleting this person, I have stored the ID of that Aadhaar which he is holding. Okay. After deleting, I cannot fetch. After deleting the person, I will not be able to fetch the ID. Okay. So I have stored the variable ID of my Aadhaar even before deleting my person. Okay. Then I'm saying to delete. My Aadhaar also is being deleted successfully. That's it. That's it. If I now just comment this and try to run this, there is no such element found. It will show me exception because I have deleted. It is showing me null pointer exception because the person two is null. It has not found a person two at all because he is not existing at all. So I think there is no doubts. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts? Yes, Pranay. Any doubts?
No, sir, no, sir.
Any doubts? No doubts? What's the time? Do we have time? It's 8:33. Any doubts, Kotai?
Yes, sir, I have
You
a
wanted to
doubt.
speak? Yes, yes, please speak.
Sir, so it acts as a foreign key to the person table, so we have to delete that person first, so then only the other number gets read. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, 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 correct.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, 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 that's it. So I wanted you to do the same assignment yesterday, what I have done now. I wanted you people to do the same assignment today, yesterday, but you people didn't do. So what was the issue you were facing, or you people didn't try also? If you want job, like, do your hard work. Be honest, okay? If you want a job, you have paid some amount of money and joined this course for getting a job. Without hard work, Q Spiders is not going to give you any job. Okay. Hardly Q Spiders, J Spiders will give you requirements, but you are the one who has to clear that uh, interviews. Okay. In today, during the layoff period, no one is hiring. Before during lockdown, if someone knows core Java more than enough, they would hire him. Not even oops concepts. Not even forget oops concepts. If he knows some core, just follow that this finish. He would be hired. I've seen people being hired for that, with that skill set. But now it is not like that. They are asking your complete skill set. They want you to build an application. You should be that ready. Okay. So if you're not putting effort, there is no use. My job is to teach. I'm teaching it, but your side you have to put the effort. I'm giving the assignment to try your best to do. I'm not asking for any perfection. I'm asking just the effort from your side. Literally, I have not received assignments. Very less assignments. Very few of them did it. If you're not putting effort, just forget it. Don't expect your yeah, Bhavani, I saw your assignment. I think you only shared it. Maybe I forgot, but some of you people shared it in Q Talk also, in Discord also. Only one in Discord. In Q Talk, many of them shared it. I saw it. Okay, I'm talking to the people who have not did it. You're a working professional or non-working professional, doesn't matters. If you're into Q Spider's pack, even if you're working, that means you are searching for you want a job change. You want to change your job. That is why you're here, no? Then put some effort. Today, in today's world, your portfolio matters much, not your degree. Just your degree will not give a job. If your degree would have given job, you would not be in Q Spiders. Your portfolio matters a lot. Learn advanced Java, build projects, put it on your resume. That will be valuable. Imagine you're having 2 3 projects on your resume. How value I actually thought about doing projects. When I go to frameworks, I'll be doing helping you do projects. But you people seem very few people are interested. Very few people are interested. I don't know. I don't want these things to be repeated again, guys. I want the assignment to be done. At least the effort. I don't want the perfection. I'm not asking for the perfection. There is so many mistakes that is going on in your projects. I'm seeing it's fine. I'll see your errors, where you're lagging, and try to improve that. But I want you people to put efforts. Advanced Java is very important, guys. Only core Java will not give you job. Okay. Only core Java will not be giving job. If you even get a job, you should survive in that job. You need this skill at any cost. Here or there, somewhere you have to learn. Better learn now. Okay. Okay. What's the time? I think we don't have much time to continue to another topic, but I will give one idea of one to many. Okay. We'll just create a package, new package, naming it as one to many. Okay. So coming back to my whiteboard here, we know what type of a relation is one to one. Okay, what type of a relation is one to one? Let us see how one to many works. Okay, I'll just give a brief idea how one to many works. Imagine a company. Okay, sorry guys, you have an announcement. Just a minute. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can take over. Just stop the presentation. You can take. Yeah, fine, fine.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, guys. This is Vashita from HR team. Am I audible? Okay. So you have two requirements. So please take a screenshot of this. So once you're done with your class, please go through once and check it out. If you are suitable, please ping your details to HR, your name, contact number, and company code. Okay, I'll stop sharing the screen now. Guys, from 27th March 2023, we're going to start a aptitude. There's a taken by Arpita ma'am, timing 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And the project class is taken by Mani Contessa, timing 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you are interested, please go ahead. Okay. Okay, I'll share you the HR numbers.
Ma'am, is this project for developers or testers?
Uh, project class is for experienced candidates, testing students. Aptitude, you can attend it.
Project means what, ma'am? Hello, ma'am.
Project class is for testing students, experienced candidates only. Okay. Aptitude, you can attend. Aptitude testing and development both can attend. Hope it's clear. Okay, so that's it from my end, guys. Thank you, guys. Yogini, you have to ask counselors only. Sorry, Yogi. Sorry. Okay. So you have to ask a counselors, so they will share you. So thank you guys. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It's fine. Hope you guys can hear me and see my screen. Yes, fine. So coming back to our one many to many relationship, let us let's try to understand what is this many to many relationship. Okay, many to many. Okay, so imagine a scenario. There is a company. Imagine a scenario. There is a company. Okay, and imagine a scenario. There are employees. Okay, let's yeah. There is a employees. Okay. So now I'll be creating a table for both of this. I imagine these are classes now. Okay. Class company and class employee. Okay. I'll just annotate with at the rate entity at the rate entity. Okay. I'm just specifying my Hibernate. Create table to my company and employee. Okay. There will be list of companies and list of employees. Fine. Fine till now. And later later let's take another color. Say a company has an id attribute, has an id attribute and name attribute and gst cgst attribute. Done. And say an employee has an id, name and email. Fine. Okay. And I have to specify a primary key in order to create a table. I'll just say at the rate ID above ID, and just say at the rate ID above ID in employee also. Done. Now here this company will not be having one single employee. It will be having list of employees. Okay. It will be having list of employees. In this scenario, we have to create a list, okay, of type employee, list of type employee, and just say I have to declare a variable. I'll just say employees. Okay. Now this company has list of employees inside this company. There are list of employees inside this company. But again, my Hibernate should know that there is one to many relationship. That means one company having many employees. Okay. Here I have to annotate to notify my Hibernate. This is one to many relationship. I have to say my Hibernate. This is sorry, I have said here many to many by mistake. It is one to many. Okay. It is one to many we are learning now. Okay. One to many. I have to annotate with one to many above this, making this relationship a one to many relationship. Okay. Now once I establish a relationship like this, there will be a table. Obviously, there will be a table created for a table will be created for employee. Sorry, for company. This is a company table. This is a company table, and there will be a column for id, there will be column for company name, and there will be a column for cgst. Okay, there will be a column for cgst. Then here there will be a table created of employee type, employee type, which will be having a ID column, name column, and email column. Okay, email column. And the primary key, the primary key of employee table should be the foreign key of company table. Foreign key of company table. Here, that means I should have a foreign key here. Okay, I should have a foreign key of employee table. The employee table where the foreign key will be generated such as employee underscore id, employee underscore id. Okay, the name will be created in such a way. And now, the since this is a one to many relationship, one to many relationship, say I have a company, say I have a company with id 1, some random name and some random gst. Now, in this particular cell, there should be many employee primary keys. Are you getting? There, imagine there is a one employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, some random names with some random emails. These three employees also, all these three employees are working for, all these three employees are working for company 1. Okay, so that means I should store all these three primary key values here. That is 1 comma 2 comma 3. Is this a right way? Is this a right way to create a table, or is it even possible? Is it even possible, guys, in SQL?
Sir, I think it's not correct, sir.
Because
Company
yes, 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 yes.
company to, sir, one to many is not correct, sir. Many to one. Employee company is one ID. One ID will be primary key. It will be
See, there is a
converted to
relationship one to many. I am asking you, how can I achieve it? There is a relationship one to many. You can establish, but how can I establish? I cannot store data like this. It's impossible because in SQL, a single cell should be having only single value. A multi-value data cannot be stored in a single cell. Do you know? You know the rules of EF code, right? Is that correct? So in this case, in order to assign the employees to my company table, I have to say again the same company ID, and I have to have the same attributes, and I have to say here one, here two. Again, I have to create another column of one, and I have to um, fill the same details, and I have to assign the employee three. But again, there is an issue. Even if I assigned all three employees to the company one only, you cannot repeat a primary key. Primary key is a combination of unique and not null. Therefore, this is also a wrong way. This is also a wrong way. So, what your Hibernate does here is, what your Hibernate does here is, it will create another table. It will create another table itself. Okay. It will name this table in this way. It will say company employee, company, company underscore employee will be the table name. Okay, will be the table name, and it will be having two columns. The column will be of type company ID and employee ID. Okay, this particular primary key column will be the foreign will be the foreign key column in the company employee table, and this particular primary key column of employee will also be the foreign key of this particular table. Okay, both the tables primary key will become the foreign key in other table, and they will establish a relationship. Now, can I say company 1 can have a employee 1, again company 1 can have a employee 2, Again, company 1 can have a employee 3. Is this possible? Because both are foreign keys in this table, can I can repeat the IDs. I can repeat the IDs. Is that correct? Did you understood? Did you understand? Sorry, did you understood, guys? I'm asking you people. Any doubts?
No, sir. No doubt, sir.
Any doubts? Jonathan, you have doubt?
Sir, no, sir. No doubt, sir.
No doubts. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Perfect. Now let us try to exit. Do we have time? Guys, do you want me to continue or should I end the session? You can ask me to end the session. Okay, fine. So we'll be ending the session today. We'll continue with one-to-many mapping tomorrow. Your assignment is try one-to-many mapping on your own once. Okay. You know how to establish a relationship. Try one-to-many mapping and try to insert the data. Just insert. Got it? This is your assignment. Try to do it. Okay, I'll give you the screenshots. You can take the screenshot. Your one-to-one relationship, your Aadhaar. So your assignment, I hope you got your assignment. Okay, your Aadhaar. Take the screenshot fast. Try to do one-to-many on your own. Okay, I want you to send the assignment. How much ever you have tried. Okay, I want you to send the assignment. Okay, fine. But let it be a genuine try. If it is a not if it is not a genuine try, don't send also. It's fine. Just be genuine for yourself, not for me. Okay, fine. I hope you took the screenshot of Aadhaar. I'll be displaying the person. I'll be displaying the person. Take a screenshot of this also. Getters and setters, you don't need a screenshot of it. Okay. Getters and setters are automatically generated. You don't need a screenshot for getters and setters. Take a screenshot of this also. Okay. Hope you took the screenshot. I'm displaying the DAO classes. This Aadhaar DAO. Take a screenshot of this. Just a minute. Yeah, take now. Okay. Take a screenshot of this also. I want you all to try one-to-one relationship. Okay. For person and pan. Try one-to-one relationship for person and pan. I have only showed delete and find and insert. You have to do the update part. I want that assignment also. Okay. This assignment is compulsory for everyone. This assignment is compulsory for everyone. I want you people to do it perfectly. Perfectly. Okay. Take a screenshot of person DAO also. I have showed all the things here perfectly. You have the code also. You have the code also. I'm giving the screenshot, complete screenshot of everything. I want you people to do this assignment for person and PAN, not Aadhaar, for person and PAN. Some people will do the random concept. I've given the mock last time and I've asked you to create the item, and I think I gave the relationship between item and some things. You people just copied the old codes of your own and pasted over there. I have put zero for you people. Many people just copied the old code and sent the same code. I have put zero for them. Take a screenshot of this also. Okay. This is a driver class. Take a screenshot of this also. Most of the things are commented. Okay, hope you took the screenshot. Moving up. Take a screenshot of this also. Okay. Yes, one-to-one relationship, person to pan. One-to-one relationship, person to pan. Whole CRUD operations. I want the person DAO and pan DAO separate. Okay. Someone sent the assignment today and they have done all the operation in main method itself. I don't want that way. I think I don't remember the name who has sent it. Don't do that. Okay. Take a screenshot fast. Okay. Take a screenshot fast. 10 seconds exactly. Take a screenshot fast.